Hello, everybody at Facebook Live Land. We are the Podguyz Podcast, bringing it to you live like every Monday. Man, we are like clockwork. Boom! I am Tony Kaz, followed by
Connery,
and our ever-loving Picasso. He might be over here somewhere. Sparky. There's Sparky. Hey, Sparky.
Thanks, Ray.
What's up, Sparky?
Nothing.
I'm glad that you guys joined us today. You know what? We had a great week, man. We had some really cool podcasts that we appeared on for the past couple weeks, and we had a good one last week with the
what was it called?
My Worst Holiday. Yeah, I love those guys.
Remember the name of the show the same way he remembered the name of our show. He remember our names to introduce us.
That's true.
Okay,
that is true.
Did not.
No.
Which is fine. I'm fine with pretending it's a goddamn AA meeting, but, cue cards will work with first names.
Yeah.
It's, just a
little
just
writing,
a
little bit, just a
writing,
just a little bit like this.
just a little tweak. I didn't want to be rude for his audience. Yes or no? Love those.
Yes or no?
I didn't want to be rude for his audience, but instead it was a little bit less of an introduction than what I'm used to at a simple open mic.
True. But but you know what, man? We had
unless Tom Remsky is hosting, then he will ask you what your name is. You'll tell him straight to your face.
You could be friends with him for 20 years. Screwed.
He was in a pink bunny suit. I went to that. They had some kind of dress-up thing going on. He was in a pink bunny suit, and I'm like, dude. I said, "Are you the guy that's running the open mic?" And he's like, "Yeah. What's your name?" I'm like, "My name's Kevin. Connery, you want to just put me up there? I'll do my thing." So just introduced me as that name. He's like, "Oh, yeah, no problem." Gets up there, does like 3 minutes, no problem. A good 3 minutes maybe. And he stares at me. He's like, You want to do it, right? I'm like,
wait, what?
you want to do it, right?
You guy. You man.
I've had better introductions while the host was currently on heroin.
Can we welcome up this guy to the stage?
And you could tell the host was on. You could tell the host was on like a dopey drug too, because he like, but he still got the name like Kevin. I'm like, oh, there we go.
Hey!
Let's get him onto the goddamn stage real quick. Why not?
Let's get that guy a bowl of nachos.
Like the party mix from the
It's like the bowl of pills that you get at like a rave.
You get a bowl of pills at a rave?
Oh yeah.
No wonder people are always going to those things. Prescription drugs are very expensive.
They put them in a bowl, and you just pick one, and you're just like. Whoop.
They got a bunch of suicidal 70-year-olds there just hanging out, being like, "I'm not doing that. Medicare Plus keeps charging me. Medicare Plus doesn't cover ecstasy."
Oh yeah.
Well, no, nobody does, Grandpa. What's wrong with you?
There's 80-year-olds with boners everywhere. Because all they do is pop their blue pills in the bowl.
Yeah, a bunch of 20-year-olds like, maybe we don't rave anymore. Maybe.
Hey, speaking of 80-year-olds with boners, right? That is a great segue into our lovely party game that we're going to have today. Kevin, why don't you introduce our fun game for our studio audience?
Well, everybody, as you all realized, if you've been on Facebook, if you've been living anywhere besides under a rock, as lately, we have had a presidential election.
Whoa, mind blown,
right? Now, whether you are for Trump, whether you are for Biden, it doesn't really matter. What we're worried about right now is what's been aching on everybody's mind all across America.
No, what is that question?
Who did Sparky vote for?
You know what? This has been irking me. It's been irking me inside. Who did Sparky vote for? No, Kevin, I know. You know what? Mind-blowingly, you came up with some questions just off the fly.
We did. We came up with some questions to try to find out who Sparky voted for while keeping the ambiguousness around the idea. Okay, so we're going to ask Sparky a series of questions, And me and Tony are going to say either yes or no if he did or didn't.
Sparky has the secret vote. The secret vote.
Sparky only knows the answer. He can answer yes or no to these questions. We got a couple of them lined up. We're going to start when Tony rings the bell.
All right. We're going to go and, wait, I think I actually have a bell. Hold on. Let me see here.
And we're off.
And we're off. Question number one, Kevin.
Sparky, is the person that you voted for over the age of 70?
Wait. Now, before you say anything, Sparky, we're gonna hold up our lovely answer sheets, and we're gonna foretell what your answer is gonna be.
Tell me when you're ready. Yes, my answer is yes.
Okay, excellent. Good job. Question number 2, Kevin.
Sparky.
I'll ask the next question. How about that?
Sparky, was the person that you voted for, did the person you vote for have more than one marriage?
Yes.
That's
all right.
yes. That's
all right, that's 2 out of 2. Not bad.
Okay, all right. So,
well, wait. Sparky, question number 3. Was your vote for a woman in any way?
No. I didn't vote for a woman, no.
Oh, wow. Okay, Kevin. All right.
No woman?
Not a woman.
Okay. Sparky, was the person that you voted for accused by any social media platform of being a pedophile in any range?
Ooh, boy.
Yes.
Ooh!
Okay, all right. So let's recap real quick, guys. Sparky did vote for somebody over the age of 70.
Yeah.
They, over the age of 70. Sparky voted for a person who was a male over the age of 70. Okay? Sparky voted for the male who's over the age of 70 with multiple marriages. And Sparky also voted for the person that is accused on social media platforms of being a pedophile of some range. I think we're going to need some more questions. Which is that's kind of sad, right?
That is kind of sad.
We can't narrow it down. We do know that.
Wait. I know what will separate this from the men in the category here.
Okay.
All right. Question number 5, right? 6, 5 or 6.
6.
That was 6. We're on 6. No, we're on 6, right?
Yeah.
All right. Question number 6. Was the person you voted for an odd orange color?
No. I didn't vote for no.
Ooh, okay. All right. Interesting.
Sparky, did the person you vote for ever be accused? Was the person that you voted for ever accused of having Alzheimer's or dementia on social media platforms?
Or any kind of mental illness?
Any kind of mental illness, yeah.
Yeah.
Ah, dang it.
Once again, he voted for the person that has a mental illness, probably a pedophile, over the age of 70. We're talking about the person who won for presidency right now, since he can only vote for one of them.
Possibility.
Sparky, the person that you vote for win the presidency?
No.
Ooh.
Oh, God. Well, Sparky, who did you vote for then?
Well, I'm going to leave this up to you. Who do you guys think I voted for?
I don't know now. I'm guessing Donald Trump's...
I'm going to say Ronald McDonald. Oh, Roman Polanski.
Roman Polanski. I
Roman...
know that you wrote in pedophile director.
Dang it. Roman Polanski. You son of a bitch, you.
Well, for all of you wondering at home, Sparky voted for Roman Polanski, who actually has a lot in common with both Donald Trump and Joe Biden, being an accused pedophile over the age of 70, multiple marriages.
Not orange.
Not a woman. Dementia or mental illness in range right there.
Yeah.
So, that's, Sparky, why'd you write in Roman Polanski?
I kind of felt bad for him, actually.
All right, well,
Yeah.
Felt sorry for him,
Those pedophiles.
That's like an anti-Charlie Manson vote right there.
been crazy, man. This is a crazy week for us. You know what? Like, just going all out in general, to pop into to another fun subject. Now, we talked about not necessarily how the polls were ran and, all the success of this year's 2020 voting. Can you call it successful? Not really. I mean, it goes along with the shit year.
That could have counted faster than Nevada, like a Coin Star. Your local bank teller who refuses to retire.
You put them in the money reader.
Money readers, there you go. Much faster than Nevada.
Much fun. Much faster. But there was so much scandal. There was so much scandal going on this week. Because, miscounts and late votes, people who died.
Yeah, you heard about all the conspiracy theories, right, Tony?
I didn't hear it. Except for the ones where people from the grave were voting.
So I don't get any conspiracy theory. They're throwing the word "gate" on the end of it, which is perfectly fine.
That's perfect. Yeah.
There's the one that's called Sharpie Gate. That if you
Sharpie Gate.
Voted, Sharpie Gate, yeah. Arizona, yeah, Sharpie Gate. That was one that was thrown out there.
Hey, Kevin, it sounds like a big conspiracy.
It is a big conspiracy. It certainly left its mark. Some say this feels a little bit too permanent.
They needed to sharpen the edge. I don't know. I got nothing. Son of a bitch.
Good try.
So anyway, Sharpie Gate. What the hell is that? What the hell is Sharpie Gate?
Okay, so Sharpie Gate involved. They said that if you took a Sharpie marker and they gave it out, they marked it through the piece of paper that you had to reinsert in the machines, that the machine would process it as a non-vote. So they made sure to give people Sharpie markers that looked like they would vote for Donald Trump.
So instead of a regular number 2 pencil for marking in the circles, they gave them a Sharpie to mark in the circles, which would leave their particular vote null and void.
Yes. Now the big problem with when a conspiracy theory is cracked, and not one situation was found in all of Arizona where there was a Sharpie marker on any of these votes. Any of them,
yeah.
So you tell a paranoid schizophrenic that made up the story, the inside mechanics of his head.
You mean Rudy Giuliani?
Rudy Giuliani. And the conspiracy theorists laughed it off and said, "Ha! That proves it. They didn't want any evidence around. That's why they just plain old threw them in the garbage after the fact." So the vigilance of the voter fraud department for the federal government went above and beyond any conspiracy theory.
Oh yeah.
They checked every garbage in a 5-mile radius. The woods, if they spent this much time on missing children, there'd be never a child missing. Okay.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But just to make sure that there wasn't any bad business going on there.
They went crazy with taxpayer money.
Correct. Yeah. So
Okay.
here they want to make sure of it, just to dissolve the situation, just to satisfy everybody's minds that this was a very pure election with zero fraud.
Oh yeah,
so they came back up. Yeah, they came back up to the paranoid schizophrenics and they said, "We searched the whole parameter, and we didn't find anything in the garbage at all." The paranoid schizophrenics were taking step 3 into their mental illness of saying, "Oh, well, the people that were searching for the garbage must have voted for Biden."
Oh.
You see how you can never win with a paranoid schizophrenic?
Yeah.
Man,
Hey, that man's on fire. No, he isn't. But I can see him. He's on fire. Nah. He's not on fire. But now he's rolling around on the ground trying to put the fire out. No. I don't see that. Oh, wait, is he on fire anymore? No, I don't see that, because he's not on fire anymore.
as perfectly as you put it, something could be happening in front of a paranoid schizophrenic's eyes, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's a conspiracy. So,
pretty awesome.
That was Sharpie Gate, and then there was another gate out there called Watermark Gate.
Oh, I like how they used water and gate in the same sentence.
Yeah. And the
But Watermark Gate.
Yeah.
And enlighten us. Enlighten us, Kevin.
It's got a nice OAN or Fox News title, like, just ready in your face sort of thing.
Ready to rock and roll. It's the CNN headline right there.
Now, Watermark Gate, if you didn't hear about this, apparently a bunch of all the envelopes that were sent to people with the mail-in ballots had a secret watermark on them. Okay? That if you held it correctly, and the inside ballot, too, had also another secret watermark on it, that if you held it up correctly to the light, it showed the presidential seal of approval and all that nice crap, right?
Whoa.
Now, this, right when I heard it, I said to myself, this sounds too smart for the federal government.
Sounds like they invested a lot of time and money into that.
Yeah, I was then told, well, no, they do it with money, so they did it with these envelopes. Now, Tony, Sparky, is Watermark Gate true or false?
I'm going to say it sounds dumb enough to be false.
Sparky, is it true or false?
I'm going to take a pop shot and say I think it sounds like it could be true.
Okay, it is false. There were no watermarks.
Yeah.
I wonder, I want to meet the person with the imagination for all these security protocols, though. Okay? Because I love them.
They sound amazing. They sound like they should work on fake checks for the government.
Yeah. You have the confliction of... You have the confliction of people in Arizona screaming, count those votes, and then you have the confliction of people in Michigan saying, stop counting votes. You gotta be nuts, Republicans, okay? Because now, if you wanted to win the election, you would have just said, hey, we want to count these early votes. We want the early votes counted so that way you can tell your supporters what number you need to beat. This is as easy as a game of baseball with when you're playing darts at the bar. You want to be second up because
you want to know what number to beat. Yeah, of course.
Exactly. You can rev up your supporters. You can turn it into the same energy that you'd find at a PBS drive for money. But no, don't count the early votes. Boy, why would you want to do that? That makes as much sense as me running a restaurant, the dishwasher saying, hey, I'm going to get some of the dishes done with. I say, no, let them pile up and then do them when you feel like you're overwhelmed.
Yeah. Just do them at the end of the night.
Yeah, do them at the end of the night when all the food is crusted all over. And then I'm going to come back and say 5 minutes later and say, hey, man, there are no results. Why aren't the dishes done with? And he's going to look at me like I'm out of my mind. Did you see any of those CNN analysts? Now, we know when you're a CNN analyst and you're asking a question, never start off your question with, now we know you don't have an answer for us, but no. You do not start off a question with knowledge that there's no answer. Okay? Then there's no question, because without an answer, there's no question. But they did it anyways, Tony. They did it anyways.
Of course.
They said, no, we know you don't have any answer as far as results go. But can you give us a clue? No. There's no answer, so there's no clue. There's absolutely no clue. What would give you... Your first clue was at the beginning of your sentence when you said that thing about how there was no answer. See how that works? Yeah. Don Lemon, I'm talking to you, buddy. Never start off a question like that.
You can't jump to the end by jumping to the beginning and then jumping back to the end again.
That's like me asking the new Star Wars writer and saying, like, hey, man, I know you didn't write the script, but what's in it?
Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
You should know. I could assume what's probably in it. I could assume there's probably a winner and a loser of an election, okay? I can assume that Star Wars probably has wars and stars.
Whoa.
It's all in the title.
Whoa.
So, what do you got there?
Editorial, please do not ban us. We are just stating our opinion, and our opinion is not that of the Podguyz Podcast or any of the affiliations therein. They are of our individual members of the Podguyz Podcast. I just need to put that little legal saying out there.
Cool. Well, I'm helping out any journalist that wants to ask a question that they already started off where I know there's no answer button. Then there's no question.
There's no question.
Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Watermark gate bill turned out to be a conspiracy theory that was false.
Yes.
People that really do believe in Watermark Gate also believe that the watermark ballots were thrown in the garbage. So
and Sharpie Gate is real as well.
And Sharpie Gate turned out to be a false,
not so
false
much.
narrative.
Yeah.
And you know what? The election fraud people really went the extra mile, which another paranoid schizophrenic would call that a false flag. These people were looking through the garbage to make it look good. Listen, man, homeless people don't even look through the garbage to make it look good. Okay? If you're looking through the garbage for anything, you will never be on the good-looking side of life.
No, you'll just be looking through garbage.
You'll just be looking through garbage. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Hey, let's jump to a different subject here. Not necessarily kicking the can, but we're going to do it. We're going to go there, Kevin.
Throw in there.
We're going to kicking the can. Unfortunately, this past week has been back-to-back weeks of horrible, horrible deaths in the news, especially with Sean Connery, of course, the week before, and now this particular week with Alex Trebeck.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
And that means something a little bit different for our friend Sparky down there, right?
It certainly does. It's the reason why he has a 20-point smile on his face. 20-point smile. It should be big. Unfortunately, Alex Trebeck passed away, which gave 20 points to Sparky in the Podguyz Podcast death pool, climbing him up the ladder into first place.
Well, if anybody made their life a true daily double, it was Alex Trebeck.
For real, man. I thought that...
You know what? You bury Alex Trebeck in Pet Cemetery, he comes back to life, you kill him, that's called double jeopardy.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
That's horrible.
Right there.
That was horrible. You know what, man? I thought that dude was going to be the one guy that would pull through. Not necessarily with terminal cancer, but he had what, pancreatic cancer? I think it was. It was pancreatic.
You're quoted on the death pool by saying, you know what? He doesn't die this year. He dies next year, and you were like 2 months off, man. But Sparky had him this year, which I don't know, man. That was kind of that was the cheapest one you could find.
That was the cheapest one you could find, yeah.
Yeah, cheap points right there, Sparky. Yeah. I like it. You know, you got the slam dunk there, but a 3-pointer takes a little bit more skill. A little Regis Philbin there.
That's true.
Regis.
That's true. Little Regis Philbin was nice, man. Regis Philbin was the high arcer from half court.
Yeah, Will has 2 of them.
Will does have 2.
The oldest ones, though.
He had the oldest ones. He had Kirk Douglas, who was 103, right? Or 104?
103.
103, which put him at minus 3 points. And then he had Sean Connery, which had him at 90. That was a plus 10. So that actually put him at plus 7. Kevin, you had Regis. Mm-hmm. And how many points was that?
12. 12.
12.
He was 88, right?
Yeah. He was 88. So that puts you at plus 12. And now Sparky at 80 years old, Alex Trebeck, puts him at 20 points. Fudge.
Tony,
puts
you
him
gotta
up
get
there.
on the board, man.
I
you
know.
Gotta get on the board.
I thought I had some solid choices, man.
You did. No, you really did.
I know.
Year's not over yet. Don't worry.
That's true. That is true.
Sparky is always very optimistic on other celebrities dying for the sake of...
Sparky knows he's going to travel out to California and be the Quasimodo killer.
That's like the ultimate cheer up. Like, Tony, don't worry. Someone's going to die on your list. All right, buck up, buckaroo.
Buck up, kid.
Yeah, buck up, kid. Not all your favorite celebrities can die in the same year.
You gotta say it like an old carny. Hey, look, kid, you'll get him next time, all right?
Hey there, champ. What seems to be the problem? Well, I'm on last place in the death pool. What's a death pool? We pick celebrities to die. What the fuck's wrong with you kids?
Perfect.
What? God damn, good sport. Holy Lord.
Last topic before we actually pop into the second half of our show. I know that I wanted to talk about The Mandalorian on Disney Plus right now. If you guys wanted to happen to check it out, they just released season 2. Sparky, have you watched it?
No, but if anybody wants to give me their Disney password, just put it on the Podguyz podcast, homepage. Just give me the
I
name
got
of
you,
your
brother.
account and the password
I got you.
underneath it. So
Even easier, you can do it in the comment block down here. Much easier.
Oh, yeah. Sparky, I got you, buddy. I got you on a site. Yeah.
What happened with The Mandalorian, Tony?
Mandalorian Season 2 follows up where Season 1 had, left off as far as, a big crescendo ending. Mandalorians versus Stormtroopers. Mandalorians versus Stormtroopers and, Raiders and everybody trying to get the kid and him just moseying off along and, killing people. Pew, 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 pew. Dude's blaster proof. Can't shoot him. Can't kill him. You can't kill the Mandalorian. You can't kill the Mandalorian. You can't do it.
He's the main character.
He's the main character. What are you going to do?
Disney's
if they
never
kill him,
their main character.
they're going to have to make a part 2.
I know.
Do you know how you realize that, you can tell any main character from Disney never dies.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
how I knew that Mufasa was not the main character of The Lion King.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, dude's dead. This is going to be a Simba movie, isn't it?
You know what? And it's in not to say in Disney fashion, I think Disney has such a say, especially with the Mandalorian show, that in particular, there are some there are consistencies throughout the show where it's very much like all the Disney movies combined in one. When you happen to look at the Mandalorian,
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more.
Yeah.
What Disney has looked at with the script of Star Wars as a whole is they loved that the Luke Skywalker had dead parents. Okay, because if you look at any Disney movies, they have dead parents or parents that are dying or
Well, no. Mom was dead. Dad was a crispy critter in a suit.
yeah.
You know what? You're right.
Yeah.
But Darth Vader, he was a crispy critter in a suit. I love it. This is why you're no longer allowed to talk to burn victims anymore.
You're no longer you're no longer allowed to read to the children at the library, Sparky. Okay, children, here we are. Timmy plays with fire.
Timmy plays with fire. First of all, who wrote a book like that?
I'm sure there's one out there.
I have a big problem with whoever wrote the book like that. Some sadistic bastard who's a great illustrator, but just terrible at writing for kids.
Fantastic.
Like great at drawing little cartoon characters, but Timmy drowns in the sea? Yeah, it's a kid's story. Well, it looks like a kid's story, but reading through it, it just sounds like a kid that got waterboarded. It is a kid that got waterboarded.
Timmy swims in the bathtub for too long.
Shelly gets an eating disorder.
Perfect kids books. So continuing on.
Continuing on, I agree with you.
Continuing on.
Disney itself, Disney's track record when it comes to plot of any kind of movie that's out there.
Any
right?
Disney movie. Any Disney movie.
Any Disney movie.
Oh, yeah.
From Bambi's mom dying to hero worship with the character coming out on top as far as a happy ending, no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
And especially Disney sequel movies, which we all remember Air Bud 3, right?
Of course.
No, Tony, who the hell watched that? Of course.
It's like watching Sharknado. Like, who actually watched Sharknado? But everybody knew that Sharknado was made.
I watched all 6 of them more
Did,
than once.
I believe you did. I would believe that.
Marky, why? Why did you do that to yourself?
I'm the kind of guy that likes watching, a train going at 200 miles an hour.
I'm going to write the book, Sparky Gets an Aneurysm.
200 miles an hour and see, which one could
I like how you got like a railroad police officer. Like, there's always this one guy at the train accident. right, Tony? There's always this one guy at the train accident. Sparky, he calls himself.
Every time.
We say, what happened? And Sparky's there to say, well, you see the one train went like this.
There it is.
We got another eyewitness. It's the same guy, sir.
And there's one going the other way.
Yes, Sparky, of course it is.
And there they meet up together.
Yeah, they won't kill off Baby Yoda.
No, of course not.
No.
Of course
Never
not.
gonna happen. It's easy to write around too. I mean, all they have to do is find a circumstance where they have to get out of. They'll just, even when they don't write correctly, like when Rey was using the Force struggle, right? Remember the Force struggle against Kylo Ren?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, Chewbacca's just on another spaceship. Oh, how convenient. Are you sure you didn't just forget that and rewrite him into the cast?
Hey, Kevin, what is the Force power as far as using your telepathy and Force power to hold objects? Not necessarily, is that a dark power or a light power? Because technically, that was used by Yoda as well.
That's neutral, the Force hold.
The Force hold, yeah.
Yeah.
Yoda used it on very limited amount of
his dark side powers, like Force Lightning, Force Choke.
Kevin, you're correct. Force Lightning, which Rey actually used, is more of the dark side power.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's all on your intent to use it. Yoda could lift a stone up and place another stone on top of it. Darth Vader's going to choke the shit out of you just to prove that his religion isn't really a religion, sort of thing.
Who is he, a Mormon?
Which makes Darth Vader's character just hilarious in every instance, as far as just being the ultimate, just to choke people to prove a point.
Oh, yeah.
Just from far away. Like, he would... The great part is, he's literally in choking distance. All he has to do is reach his arm out, walk forward 5 steps, and he's good. But man, it's so lazy. Yeah. He's just like, you know what? I'm just going to use the Force on this one. Like, oh God. It's like, dude, just walk forward.
Here, watch this, Kevin. It was amazing. Your acting prowess, fantastic, buddy. Fantastic. Every time. I know.
Yeah, Tony,
the reason why I bring this up, right? The reason why I bring this up is because in the particular Mandalorian Season 2, for the past 2 episodes, this is the whole basis of their story. Mandalorian is now on the verge of trying to find other Mandalorians. I didn't really understand the position of why he was trying to find Mandalorians, or why he was trying to get to the Mandalorians as far as the child is concerned, because they were trying to get the child into its own kind. So they're trying to find more Jedi of some sort.
Okay.
Throughout the first 2 stories is them on a... And this is the setup. Them on a mission trying to find someone. Them finding a bigger... Not necessarily an animal, but for the first 2, there was animals involved. So they had to fight. He had to fight something to get something. The whole basis of the first 2 episodes so far. He needed to fight something to get something.
So basically, level 3 in any video game of PlayStation.
Level 3. He's already at level 3. He's ready to rock and roll. He's going into the each episode 1 and 2 so far.
Final Fantasy IV Quest.
Final Fantasy. No, he's on Final Boss as far as episode 1. Episode 1, Final Boss. I think they call it the Draskin, Dragon Draskin, something, I forget what the heck it's called, but it's this huge, giant, like, worm-like creature that he needs to kill in episode 1. Episode 2, he's kind of popping through the galaxy and trying to get to a certain point with a new passenger in his ship. And certain things happen, and he gets stranded on this ice planet, which apparently has large spiders. Big, mammoth, giant, monster spiders.
Okay. Like spiders that you would find in The Hobbit?
With attachable, detachable mouths that kind of go outward.
Alright, so extra special feature on these spiders real quick. Because if you're selling me on these spiders, they got a detachable mouth.
Yeah,
like
they got something going on like this.
Yeah.
It's like aliens with the mouth. With the mouth.
So basically the premium version of Hobbit spiders. Okay.
Yeah. Because now that they now own aliens, they could use the alien mouth.
That's, oh god, so they basically took Hobbit spiders and Alien
and mashed it together. Yeah.
Man, Disney, talk about just borrowing inspiration from
I can't wait for episode 3. I think it's going to be like it's going to be another ongoing thing where he's in a battle. He's trying to get to somewhere. He's going to have to plea bargain for something else.
What did your friend Jim Henson do? What did Jim Henson do when he ran out of merchandise with the Muppets? Oh, he made them babies.
Oh,
babies. Yoda, babies, Yoda, babies. Yep. Wait a second. We're gonna put this one in the old noggin for a couple more months and crank one out over there.
Yeah.
If only we can combine. But Yoda's an old one, isn't he?
Yoda's an old one. Yep.
I would love to hear the table room discussion on how they even made the baby Yoda idea. But Yoda's really old. Yeah, but what were old people before they're old?
Middle-aged.
They were middle-aged, yes.
No, but we can't go middle-aged. That would just be a teenage Yoda. We can't have teenage Yoda. No.
Kids want to play with a stuffed animal Yoda that's middle-aged and going through some stuff, listening to Journey every now and then.
Do you want teenage Yoda?
Well,
No teenage Yoda. That's impossible. Oh, baby Yoda? Baby Yoda.
What about toddler Yoda that thinks everything is able to be thrown off the goddamn kitchen table? No.
That's a soft no. A soft no.
A soft no? Yeah, but since you're on season 2 of The Mandalorian,
oh yeah,
couldn't it be toddler Yoda right about now?
Could be. You would think.
Babies normally don't last 2 years in third world countries. Oh, God. Come on, man. Extra points for cruelty on that one.
That's true.
We got editors, please do not ban... What? Larry, put that down. So any predictions for The Mandalorian? Any predictions?
So here's my prediction for the particular Mandalorian. I know what's going to happen in the next episode as far as them trying to get somewhere. They're going to definitely going to run into a confrontation again, and they're just going to they're going to beat it with a dead horse. Like a dead horse, I should say, not with a dead horse. They're going to beat it like a dead horse. And they're going to run it right into the ground as far as what they... Every episode has run into a confrontation where he has to make a decision. And Ahsoka Tano will actually appear at some point in time. I don't know if it's necessarily right now, Spark, but I think she's going to appear pretty darn soon.
So they're basically playing... remember The Fugitive, the TV show?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so the A-Team Okay. So run into a situation, whack-a-mole, get out of the situation.
Yeah.
No matter how tight the spot, you already know the spot is just fine because they'll get out of it.
Yeah.
Always a happy ending. The Ninja Turtles never catch up to Shredder. It's always a continuation. They are milking this cow dry, man. They are, yeah. What do you got? You're fired.
That's what they're going to do.
They're going to fire the person who wrote the show?
They should. Every episode so far is good guy always happens to win. Nothing is ever bad as going to happen to the Mandalorian. Nothing is ever going to happen to Baby Yoda, because if they do, there goes their cash grab.
Yeah. When does the Baby Yoda start speaking in third person?
It's coming soon. Definitely coming soon.
Or backwards talk, I guess. It'd be fourth
It
person,
is what
right?
it is, man. Yeah.
Elmo speaks in third person. That's a different puppet.
Elmo loves you! Hey, speaking of loving somebody, Sparky, where are we this week as far as our love for stupid criminals across America?
You were just so wrong for saying that, just to let you know that.
The lovely state of Utah.
The state of love.
It is the state of love. And the state of Mormon love, by the way.
Mormon love is just like anybody else's love, only they don't blink, and they believe that Jesus took a western turn over to Utah to bury scrolls.
Yeah.
Nothing crazy about that.
I love it. Sparky, how do we happen to play this game?
Yeah, what's going to happen is you're going to read off 3 different categories of 5 stories in each category, and what we got to do is we got to guess if they're true, if they're false, if they're all true. They're never all false. And, well, if you hear the mention of the word meth, well, the story's always true.
Let me just tell you, Kevin, Utah man is a special breed of person for this particular week. You're gonna learn You're gonna learn something going into Utah, man.
Once again, that sounded so wrong. Also,
I'll read off a story of 5, starting off with story number 1. Utah man arrested for cleaning out a coin machine with a vacuum cleaner.
Well, that sounds like a Utah kind of thing to do. Yeah.
Sounds like a Utah type of thing to do.
Point Break.
Story number 2. Utah man.
Gary Busey saying Utah every time.
Story number 2. Utah man arrested. Utah man arrested for changing the tags at a dollar store.
Dude, that is a Utah crime right there. Okay, so
that is a very much Utah crime.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
These crimes are known to be innocent before guilty.
That's true. And they could possibly be fake. You never know.
They are not, yeah. They can be false, they can be true.
Yeah.
Well, they're up in the air right now until Tony, the judge, the jury, the commissioner, the whole idea comes out there.
Yeah.
But this does sound like a Utah kind of crime spree going on.
It does. It does.
Coins, shit.
Story number 3. Utah man arrested for blowing up mailboxes with dry ice bombs. Sounds very white bread right now. So white bread.
Yeah. Utah man is out doing Connecticut right now.
Right now, they're smoking them, dude. Story number 4. It's kind of a long one. Utah man arrested for theft of a sword and 4 collector plates from a foreclosed home. When he approached police to tell them that he had been shanked, he then pulled out the collector plates from his backpack to show them that he had been shanked. It's a weird story. And story number 5, Utah man arrested for aggravated assault when they challenged, or I should say Utah men, 2 men, Utah men arrested for aggravated assault when they challenged each other to shoot one another with a bulletproof vest on.
You know what? You have to make sure the bulletproof vest works. and no better state to do it in than Utah.
Than the wonderful state of Utah. Spark, let's start out with you, brother. What are you thinking?
I'm going to say they're all true, but I do have skepticism on one of the stories.
Okay. Kevin, where are you going, brother?
Oh, man.
Quarterback punk. Johnny Unitas. Stop food. Is that worthless porn?
Sorry, I wanted Gary Busey to say Johnny Utah.
Johnny Utah.
Unitas, really, Gary Busey?
Damn you, Utah! Damn you!
Damn you, Busey! Not again.
Damn Utah!
Quarterback punk partner. Mind showing up yet?
Man, he just calls him a quarterback punk.
That's it.
Get that the fuck out of here. Get the laptop out of here. God damn it. Gary Busey can't even say Utah.
Goddamn Gary Busey. He was probably high on uppers, lowers, downers, sideways.
I feel like I'm the director for Gary Busey right now. Like, Gary Busey, we just needed to say Utah. Unitas. Fucking seriously.
That guy's taking more pills than a nursing home.
If that guy has done more drugs than Utah combined.
Yeah.
I'm going all true, though, man.
Going all true. All right. Sparky, let's start out with story number one. Utah man arrested for cleaning out, quote unquote, a coin machine with a vacuum cleaner. Is a true story.
Of course.
Let me just say, this was late at night, so I would like to make a withdrawal. See, the key giveaway for this one was that he brought his own vacuum cleaner. If you can see that. You see, it's right down here. Be right down there. Yeah, he brought his own vacuum cleaner. And when you're out in the open and you see yourself vacuuming coins from the coin machine.
He probably got the idea when he was vacuuming his own house, and a couple pennies got stuck in the vacuum.
Oh.
I've got a money-making machine here.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what happens when you're vacuuming out coins from the coin machine and the cops pass by?
What?
The cops pass by the car wash. They passed by the car wash that he was sucking the coins out from the coin machine. They stopped, and they were like, sorry, sir, can we help you? He's like, no, just cleaning out the coin machine.
It was just, hey, that's probably the cleanest coin machine around now.
Yeah.
No dust, no grime, no coins.
Later on, when the owner happened to come up to the thing, and he was like, "Oh, well, how much money did you happen to have in the machine?" Guess how much in quarters he had in the machine, Kevin?
Oh, I'm guessing $3,000.
No, you would be incorrect, sir. $32.
What kind of stuff that cops are these then? Come on, man. $32 you busted this guy for?
They busted him for $32 in coins.
Give him a $20 bus ticket out of town. You'll never see him again.
That's that. Yeah. Story number 2. Utah man arrested for changing the tags at a dollar store. That's very true.
Oh, yeah, man.
It's so true.
Wait a second. All right, so isn't everything $1?
Everything is $1 at the dollar store.
Okay. All right, just check it.
Time to save some money.
And he has his two for $1 coupon, so he's
2 for $1 coupon. That's exactly what it was. He was trying to get a BOGO sale.
He's trying to save those quarters to put into the coin machine at the car wash.
That's what it was.
Actually, be stolen with a vacuum cleaner.
Son of a bitch. Yeah, when he came to the register and she was like, sir, this looks like your handwriting. He was like, no, this was written down on it.
What kind of shit? Oh my god! Just give him the damn thing for it. These aren't even felonies ever. Like he's got to. You know what they should do? They should really like, oh well, since they're very Mormon type over in Utah, just have them pray to Brigham Young.
A little BYU, man. A little BYU. That's all they need in their life.
Between the Mormons and the Catholics. The Mormons have Brigham Young who found the scrolls. The Catholics, Brigham Young, and do terrible things to them.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Story number 3. Utah man arrested for blowing up mailboxes with dry ice bombs.
I like this guy.
True story as well. True story, sir.
Right.
Yeah.
What do you got there, Spark?
Oh, I'll get the box open.
Sparky, where's that girl tonight?
She's not here tonight.
She doesn't like to join us anymore. She's not entertained by us.
Are you serious?
Well, we'll talk about it later when we go offline.
Oh.
I hope, boy, she's got...
Way to go, Kevin. You offended her in some way.
you know it, man. You know it. I could be talking about a story that I got punched in the face on the side of the road, and she'll be like, how dare you hurt that man's hand with your face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Story number 4, Utah man arrested for theft of a sword and 4 collector plates from a foreclosed home when he approached cops to tell him that he had been shanked. True story. You got a sword and collector plates. They what?
They owe me.
Oh, they owe me because they shanked me. Let me just say, this guy pawned off the sword, but he played with it so much that he cut up his hands. And that's the reason why he pawned off the sword. He then told cops, when he was all bloodied up, that he needed help. And when he went through his bag, he pulled out the collector's plates. And they were like, oh, you're the guy with the collector plates. Where's the sword? And he tried to play stupid. But then eventually told the truth that he pawned off the sword earlier that morning.
Man, not the most, not the worst criminal.
Not the worst criminal. He's honest. He was very honest.
I tell you what, if Utah man was in New York or New Jersey, you're never going to jail. You're not even making the paper with these crimes.
I agree. Story number 5. Utah men arrested for aggravated assault when they challenged each other to shoot one another with a bulletproof vest on.
So what's wrong with that?
Not good when you're doing it in your backyard.
What do you mean? What?
Shots fired.
Okay, well they were testing out some equipment there.
Just testing out equipment. Yeah, that's aggravated assault. When someone complains about it.
Oh, okay. So that's just disturbing the peace then, right?
Yeah. Oh, he shot me too hard. Oh, he shot me too many times. Oh, my chest hurts.
What do you got there, Sparky?
Okay, smaller gun first. No, bigger one first.
That's Sparky's interpretation. They were fighting over which size gun to shoot themselves.
Always about size. Always. Always a size thing with you guys. Always.
Utah.
Goddamn Utah.
They're a very they're square kind of.
Yeah.
You ever see the shape of that state?
Oh yeah.
It's like somebody wanted to draw a square, then changed their mind, then said, "No, I'm doing it anyways."
No. Well, I think they were square at one point in time, and then they just got a little extra. Like they got a little Cialis in there.
So it was a whole square, and then they're like,
Yeah.
Hey, Native Americans, what are you doing with our square? Well, we want more of a square. You know,
They got a little sildenafil in their diet.
Where'd they take that extra square money from? South Dakota?
Probably.
Damn you.
Next 5 stories.
Square money. Jesus Christ.
Next 5 stories. You ready, Sparkles? All right. Story number 1, Utah man arrested for discharging his weapon while trying to kill a cockroach.
Yeah, this is about up Utah man's alley.
It's right up Utah man's alley, right there. Story number 2, Utah man arrested for being the ringleader of a multi-million-dollar opioid ring.
All right. I'm guessing, yep.
Yeah, all right. Kevin's got the guess in. Story number 3.
He was probably the only person in Salt Lake City with an earring. That's how they knew.
I'm not going to say anything. Story number 3, Utah man arrested for sexual misconduct when the girl that was working for him went to her high school resource officer to tell on him for help.
Oh, yeah, they're doing sex stuff out in Utah. The whole Elizabeth Smart thing, any sex stuff, I would say yes to them. Yeah, that they're definitely doing that in Utah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Story number 4, Utah men arrested for vandalism of a rival college statue, where they were caught literally red-handed, with red paint all over their bodies.
Sounds like too good of a headline to miss out on. Absolutely true.
True. And story number 5, Utah man arrested for releasing bats at the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints building.
Wow. If that is true, man, that guy's got that takes the cake right there. Man.
That's pretty ballsy.
I like it. I like it a lot.
I hope this one's true. It's a pretty good story and a pretty good hashtag.
It is a good story. All right, Kev, where are we going, brother?
I want the last one to be false because it's not really fitting the Utah man perspective. But I don't want to stereotype the man of Utah and limit his ability to be a criminal of extreme
Mastermindish?
Yeah. I want the Utah man to fly as high as a bat can fly and be as crooked with the pattern as possible, too.
Correct.
I will turn a blind bad eye to any preconceptions I might have of the Utah man. So I'm going all true on this one.
Okay. All
Instead
right.
of 5, all true.
Sparky, are you all in?
I'm going to say they're all in.
Okay. All right. Start out with number 1, Utah man arrested for just discharging his weapon when trying to kill a cockroach.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what they have more in Utah than, besides Mormon people?
Handguns.
Handguns.
They love
They love their guns. Love their guns.
They like their Second Amendment right in Utah.
Sparky, let's see this beautiful picture. Roach, don't shoot. Funny thing about this one is that this particular guy ended up having roaches in his house. He went to go. This guy was in a wheelchair, first of all.
Okay, wheelchair, and he's got a gun. Maybe you let him slide on this one, officer.
Maybe. Here's what happened. He had the gun in a shoe by his chair. So when he saw the cockroach, he went to go get the shoe. The gun fell out and actually shot him in the foot.
We didn't feel it, though, so you don't have to worry.
Shooting it through the wall. hurt anybody, but it was shots fired in a house through a wall into the next apartment.
The cops probably automatically thought that people were testing out their body armor again.
Yeah. Clearly, arrested for discharging a weapon. Thank God no one was hurt.
You're gonna arrest
I mean, he was hurt. He was hurt because he blew a hole into his foot. But
speaking of wheelchairs, just briefly, I was trying to explain to somebody today about how Franklin Delano Roosevelt was in a wheelchair due to polio.
Yes.
And they basically weekend Bernied him from his waist down by propping him up with the goddamn...
Wow.
I give myself extra points on the analogy there.
Okay. I do like the Weekend at Bernie stuff.
The Weekend at Bernie's legs.
I love it.
Man, poor Utah guy. He's got to live in Utah. He's crippled. He tried solving his own roach problem.
Yeah.
And then they throw him in the slammer.
I think they just fined him or something. I think it's,
right.
As far as whatever that was concerned. Nobody got hurt except for him shooting himself.
Yeah,
but
it would suck if he ricocheted a bullet right and then gave himself a flat tire on the wheelchair. Talk about
that'd be perfect.
All over again, right?
Yeah.
Tire.
Story number 2, Utah man arrested for being the ringleader of a multi-million-dollar opioid ring. True story.
There you go.
It is a true story.
Okay, you got extra points for drug crime right there.
Yeah.
There's Kevin's people.
Okay, why is...
No.
Oh, no. Okay, who is in charge? Oh, they're all pointing at that guy. Oh, that's the same thing that they happened to do in this story. This guy was just enjoying his life as lonely drug dealer number 14. Not number 1, not number 2, not even number 10. He was low on the totem pole, but everybody dimed him out from the top down as the complete ringleader of the whole opioid ring.
Dimebag Daryl, God.
Dimebag Daryl, dude. They Dimebag Daryl'd his ass.
Nickelback Nate didn't get the blame, but Dimebag Daryl. Number 14, not number 15.
Yeah.
Right down the block there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they straight up scumbagged him.
They probably got him a TV in jail, though, so
Oh,
that's
yeah.
probably fine.
Yeah. He's good. He's got some yodels in a Fifi pack. Story number 3.
I think you're trying to... You mean like a brick soup thing?
Yes.
Yodels. Jesus Christ.
Brick soup.
I think that's what Pitbull, the rapper, says about the brick soup.
You could.
You got those yodels?
You got those yodels?
Pitbull, where did your street cred go?
Right in the shitter. Story number 3. Utah man arrested for sexual misconduct from the girl that he was working for him. She went to her high school resource officer for help to tell on him. True story. Very true story.
You know that it wasn't the girl because if she went to her high school guidance counselor, she would try to seduce him.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So
she went to... She went to the cop anyways.
Okay, where did he touch you? This is great. Sparky stick figures there. The one is holding a smaller stick figure doll to show the other person, the little girl there. She's bald or whatever, but that's all right. Where'd she get touched on the doll? As you would, as a cop. Because there's one thing...
And not even a real cop, like a fake cop at a high school.
Oh, a high school cop?
It's a high school cop.
That's like lower... That's like higher than a mall cop.
Higher than mall cop, lower than regular cop.
Yeah. Like
somewhere in the middle.
Like railroad police would have a much higher jurisdiction.
Like an armed security guard.
Like a hall monitor, lead hall monitor right there.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Yeah. But he can get some of that. He can get some of that. That the ladies. He can get some cafeteria lady groupies.
Definitely. Yeah. He can get some. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not really sure why cafeteria lady groupies was so tough to put all together in my mind. But then again, I've never put those words all together at the same time ever.
Ever. Yeah. Story number 4. Utah men arrested for vandalism of a rival college statue. They were all caught literally red-handed with red paint everywhere, all over their bodies. True story.
Gotcha, boys, red-handed.
Hey, Sparky, what's the name of the lovely Utah team of their college team?
The Utes.
They are the Utah Utes. And what color are they, Sparky?
Red.
They are red. What other... Hey, Kevin, what other college did you just say? Not too long ago, good old Brigham Young University.
BYU, yeah.
BYU. Yeah, they got vandalized.
Wait, they vandalized Brigham Young statue?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man, they're going to federal Utah jail. They're going to Utah.
They're going to real jail.
Yeah, man. Yeah, they're not going. Oh, man, they're going to send them out of state. They're going to send them to San Quentin.
Yeah, they'll be breaking rocks.
Yeah, like, who'd you kill? We threw paint on Brigham Young. Who the hell's that? You know, like.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Holy Lord, they're gonna have to join. They're gonna have to join a gang. They're probably somebody's bitch right now. You know that, right?
Yeah, non-Mormon, of course.
The way that Italians take Columbus statues very, very seriously, the Mormons. Oh my God, that is like their.
Do
Jesus
Mormons
right
in
there.
jail take more than one husband?
That's definitely a poll question.
Is that my question?
Right? Can Mormons in prison take more than one husband?
Oh,
I'm putting that on the page, man.
perfect.
That is the best question I've heard in a long time, and I want to know everybody's opinions on it. It's a simple yes or no, or
Simple yes or no question.
1
Yeah.
to 2, 2 to 3 to 4, 4 to 5, or 6 plus. Those are going to be the option lines.
Okay, all right.
Or a simple no.
I like
Maybe
it.
a no.
I like the poll question. Number 5, Utah man arrested for releasing bats at the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints building.
Yeah. The only reason I said that this one was true, and if he said that guy releases bats at a church, I'd have been like, Tony made that up because he just said the word church. But you wrote down the Jesus Day Latter-day Saints thing, and I'm like, that's specification right there to a T.
It's very specific. Very specific and very true, Kevin. Son of a bat bitch. Into church you go, my favorite bats. Hashtag the first house of Ozzy.
They're just rat angels.
They're just rat angels. It was so bad that one person actually got bit. They got tested for rabies. And of course they arrested the guy for releasing the bats into the Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints building.
So if you release an animal...
If Ozzy was going to show up, that's all.
They thought Ozzy was going to play a concert.
Now, we're taking it with Utah laws, alrighty?
Oh,
What
yeah.
you would do if you were a Utah. Now, this is like the state of Utah is known to be very, I want to say, very anti-woman, as far as
Oh, yeah.
women are almost considered property there.
Yes.
So, if you're a pimp, you're in good business right there, because all you got to do is marry all of your prostitutes and send them out there. So, if you send a prostitute out there that has AIDS, it would probably be the same charge of you sending a bat out there with rabies. Right?
True.
Because you're both sending things out there you didn't know had diseases.
No
but
clue.
Certainly gave somebody else a disease. I'm not saying that women and bats are the same thing. But
That's like being a pimp with a stable full of hoes. I didn't know she had a disease.
Yeah, I'm assuming that the state of Utah would classify them under the same type of ownership laws.
That's what it is.
Because Utah is, in my opinion, wrong for doing that. But that doesn't mean that they still don't do it.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So he probably got charged with the fucking...
Throwing a goddamn book at him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to go down a logical pathway. Like, if the cops are like, how do we charge this? Well, one of Jimbo's prostitutes got out last week, started giving the whole town AIDS. Oh. All right. Is that the same
Well, they kind of seen it coming.
Is that the same thing as an animal? Yeah, a woman, of course. Woman, a bat, whatever. It's still a traveling disease that was let loose.
Let me end up these 5 stories, Kevin, before we go off on a tyrant again. Sparky, are you ready with the next 5? Last 5. All right, story number 1. Intoxicated Utah man arrested for scaring campers at a local campground as the illustrious Bigfoot. Because guess what they have in Utah,
that guy
Kevin?
actually did that. That's pretty quick. They have a lot of Bigfoots, right?
Guess what they have more than Mormon and guns?
Bigfoot hunters?
Bigfoot sightings.
That's
Big
gotta
ones in
have
Utah.
something to do with the altitude, man. There has to be an altitude thing there.
Yeah. Story number 2. Utah woman arrested on suspicion of driving drunk, then locking herself in the trunk of another vehicle. I see the look on your face, Kevin. Priceless.
Trying to figure out how you do that.
I know. Story number 3. Utah man arrested for making a bomb threat at a local hospital so that he wouldn't miss the birth of his child.
I think I saw a movie like that.
Okay. All right. A lot of weird stories in here. Number 4. Utah men arrested for trying to scam people into having them fix the damage on their cars. They would tape over the dents and paint over the tape.
I'm giving it up for Utah, man. Because that's when you know somebody with absolutely zero skill to do the job.
Yeah.
Full lasted.
Oh yeah.
And I got. But you gotta give them some credit, man. How many cars did they have to do this to until people figured it out a day later?
Story number 5. I know you're gonna like this one, Kevin. Utah man arrested for getting a bit too handsy at a non-sexual cuddle party.
Fake. False. They don't have cuddle parties. They have abstinence parties or full-on fucking. Never a cuddle party in Utah.
All right.
One or the other.
Now, you know we're talking about Mormons, first of all, right? And the fact that they don't have sexual intercourse, that they only do either anal or no sex at all, abstinence.
Yeah.
Saving themselves for marriage. So,
Bacon.
non-sexual cuddle party.
Cuddle party. Not a thing.
Okay.
They are no. That's not even close to being a real story. Cuddle party.
Sparky, I can't wait to see the picture on this one. This is going to be great.
This one's actually a boring picture.
What? You had so many options to go with this picture. So many options.
One before that one.
Don't worry, Sparky. It's not even a real story. Don't even want to write down cuddle party and talk about Mormons with butt things.
Yeah. No, I used up all my power in the first couple of stories, and then I ran out of juice.
Okay. So, Sparky, are you going all in on last five?
I'm gonna go
all in. All right. I'm going to start from the bottom up. Because
you're so interested in that one, right?
I am really interested to see what you've done with these. Utah man arrested for getting a bit too handsy at a non-sexual cuddle party. Kevin, you'd be amazed that this is a true story.
Get the hell out of here. They aren't cuddling in Utah. What do you got there, Sparky?
Nice cuddling, but why is there a roll of quarters in your pocket? That is not quarters.
If there was a roll of quarters in his pocket, there'd be somebody to vacuum that crap out of his... There'd be a man with a vacuum behind him.
There'd be a man with a vacuum behind... Sparky, draw a man with a vacuum right behind him.
Hey, come on. It's not authentic Utah, man, if there's not a vacuum guy behind everybody that's
Kevin.
What are they doing there? What are they cuddling about there in Utah?
There is such a thing as called a non-sexual cuddle party with people who are single. They want all of the stuff that goes along with being in a relationship with other singles, such as petting of the head, massages, and spooning.
You're the vacuum guy.
I love it. And
Okay,
spooning.
So they want all the touching, the feeling, and stuff like that. You know what drew me away from this whole idea, and I didn't think I was thinking of it in another way too. The COVID-19, the social distancing, the cuddle party sounded like a violation.
That's probably a violation right now, but this happened several years ago.
Okay.
Not that all of these stories happen to have happened, within, weeks, days, months, or years. They happened at some point in time.
Oh, so a cuddle party? I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I just, you know what? It makes as much sense as a purity ball, where the 14-year-old girl pledges her virginity to her father. And,
yeah.
If that didn't sound creepy enough the first time, a 14-year-old girl pledges her virginity to her father. Tony, you have kids. You didn't do that with your daughter, did you?
Sounds weird.
It sounds weird because it is weird. It's a weird thing to do.
Yeah. It is definitely a weird situation.
If you're one of those dads that are into stuff like that, just let me know what your wife looks like, okay? And
yeah,
I'll help her out.
Story number 2. Utah men arrested for trying to scam people into having them fix their damage on their cars. They would tape over the dents and paint over the tape.
I love these guys. This is great.
You gotta love gypsies, my friend.
Gypsies!
True story. Look at what you did to my car. I scratched your duct tape. I love it. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say besides when gypsies come to town, guess what they're trying to do?
They're normally trying to swindle you.
They're trying to swindle you.
It's where that old slur came from. I got gypped. Now you know.
Now you know, and knowing is half the battle.
G.I. Joe.
G.I. Gypsy.
Remember Family Guy had G.I. Jose? Just throw some dirt on your scrape and spit on it.
That's perfect.
Fine.
I'm gonna make a cartoon G.I. Gypsy.
G.I. Gypsy.
That'll be great.
Oh my god, my gun doesn't work anymore.
And switched up for a broom handle with like a trigger on it. Story number 3. Utah man arrested for making a bomb threat.
Go up to number 2.
Yeah, go up to number 2. All right. Utah woman was arrested on suspicion of driving drunk, then locking herself in the trunk of another vehicle. True story. True story. Where did she go?
Magician's assistants, they find their ways around.
Let me just say that when you're drunk and you're trying to avoid police, and then you lock yourself in the trunk of someone else's car... Not a bright idea. Not a bright idea. Because and I know in the more recent cars, they have a lever now that when you're stuck inside of a trunk, you can happen to pull the lever and it'll open the trunk for you. Not in older cars.
Some older cars, you could have like the fold down seats.
They have fold down seats, yeah.
The back seats fold down. But if you're not in that predicament and you just close the door on yourself inside of a trunk, the car designer had no idea one day that people would be putting themselves inside the trunk.
No clue.
No clue. It
No clue.
wasn't designed that way.
Yeah.
And in fact, even if it was designed in a way where they're like, what if a person goes in there? Well, they said, well, they must have owed Tony over there some money. You know, in their Godfather music.
I like the reference. I like the reference. Sparky, where are we going? Number 1 or 3?
I don't know. This is a hard one. These are my 2 power stories this week.
All right, we'll start off at number 1 then.
Number 1 first.
Intoxicated Utah man arrested for scaring campers at a local campground as the illustrious Bigfoot.
Going true.
I'm going false.
I like this story also, the way I drew it.
It's false?
It is false. You are correct.
I like the way I drew this one, though.
Ron is Bigfoot, a.k.a. No Shave Mike. No Shave... Because he's hairy. He's No Shave Mike.
I thought that it was a different reference to a different Mike.
I don't...
that also runs a Bigfoot society.
Oh, it could be that guy. Could be that guy.
I think maybe... Larry Sparky's like, you goddamn right it is.
Story number 3, Utah man arrested for making a bomb threat at a local hospital so that he wouldn't miss the birth of his little baby child. That's a true story.
Story of the week, number 1. Number 2, probably some of the best lines I've ever written. And number 3, when you read it, think about it.
Oh, I don't like these where you got to think about it. Let's see here.
Yeah, it's a play-by-play here.
Everybody out of here, there is a bomb threat.
Before you read it, there's a lot of stuff going on in this picture. Look at this. You got. I can't even see the words yet, but you got one of the stick figures. She's on a bed. Is that the person that's giving birth, Sparky?
Yes.
Okay, so you got a pregnant stick figure.
She's opened up like a car hood.
Her legs are open up like a car hood, and there's no belly to indicate that she's pregnant. But we're just assuming she's either getting a gynecologist done with her or baby's coming out. I don't see the baby though. I see another guy. He's on the side there. He's looking a little surprised. Oh wait, zooming in, we see a smaller stick figure coming out from the ass butt area, from the vaginal area of the stick figure. And, okay, my bad, Sparky. I didn't see it that close, but you are right. There's a little baby stick figure coming out that looks doll-shaped, like from the earlier picture of the, where did he touch you? But we got some context coming in here. Tony, what does it say?
Everybody out. There is a bomb threat. Okay, push. I am pushing as hard as I can, but it will not go back in.
Get back in there.
Get back in there. You need to wait.
It's It's a thinker. The doctor, although educated enough as a stick figure he is to deliver babies, he thought that he should push that baby right back in there.
Let me just say the genius behind this was he lived in Idaho at the time, and when he was in Idaho at the time, I should say, but he had to go back to Utah because his baby was coming, and he called from Idaho to say that there was a bomb in the building, and to stop the birth. Because he wasn't going to make it in time for the baby to be born.
Duct tape.
Look, once you pull the plug, you cannot reverse the water from coming out of the dam.
I like the analogy. It's actually very fitting.
Very, very fitting, yeah. Once you release the water out of the dam, there is no damming it back up.
A lot of physics involved.
A lot of physics involved. Yeah.
Quick points and some duct tape. Flex seal.
Yeah, you cannot flex seal a vagina shut.
You can never uncook the cake.
Can never uncook the cake. That is a good analogy. Very nice analogy. Clearly he did some time. When you're calling in a bomb threat.
He did half the Unabomber's time, right?
Half the Unabomber's time, yeah.
Alright, so like a half a life sentence.
Yeah.
So his kid will grow up knowing that he tried.
Yeah, he tried to make it.
He tried to be there for the beginning of the life, but the rest of it, not so much.
Yeah.
It's fucking terrible.
That's horrible. Thank you, Utah man. You are a special breed of scumbag.
Man, you really tried to get there from the beginning. The way beginning, where your kid's not going to remember a thing, but the important years, you made sure to miss all of that while in prison. Cool.
Every time.
Don't worry, Kevin. It's going to get better. Don't worry.
It gets better?
It gets better, yes, next week.
Where are we next week, Sparky? Ooh, the vaginas? The Virginias?
The vaginas.
Yes. Wet stand regular vagina, yes.
Sparky, I'm pretty sure it's called Virginia, but that's all right.
Oh, I don't like your spelling error, Sparky. I like the Virginias better.
Well, you just mixed up a vowel. That's, vowels get tricky.
That's true.
Guys,
Close enough.
Close enough.
They could have ran out of eyes, Tony. You never know.
Never know.
What do you want to know?
Never know.
Vaginas for lovers. Just remember that.
Vaginas for lovers.
Sparky. Hey, Sparky, where can you find us if you're looking for us, brother?
Oh, boy, you're killing me now. I gotta find the paper.
Sparky, how about any streaming service in particular? Facebook, Google, iHeartRadio, Spreaker, CastBox, Deezer, Pocket Cast, GeoReal, Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts. You can look for us on every streaming service. That's all we have for this week. Thank God. We got some... we have some great guests coming up in the next couple weeks. We got Billy Van Zant. We got yeah. We got some people.
I think what Tony's trying to say is we had a doo-wop band scheduled.
Oh, Sha-Na-Na's coming on?
Who?
The Sha-Na-Na.
The Sha-Na-Nas. We got Scott Schwartz. Scott Schwartz will be joining us in 2 weeks.
Cool.
I don't know if you know who he is.
He was in the toy with Richard Pryor.
He was in the toy with Richard Pryor. And he was also the kid that stuck his tongue to the pole in The Christmas Story.
One of my favorite movies. The only Christmas movie I can watch because of the realism involved.
Fantastic. Yeah.
I want to hear some good stories about Jackie Gleason and Richard Pryor, though. That ought to be interesting.
Oh, that'll be great. Yeah, that'll be great. And to end out our month, of course, we have the beautiful and talented Charlie Marie. Charlie Marie will be joining us. She's a star of several indie movies right now. Getting her feet wet. Going to tell us about the industry. I can't wait. She's a very, very sweet, nice person.
Cool. We're gonna have some fun.
Yeah, we're gonna taint her for forever.
We're also getting close. We're also getting closer to our end of the tour of the United States. Also, of our Dumping Criminals.
I know.
We're not seven weeks away from the end.
I may have to go international.
The Cayman Islands.
I think we're only 4 weeks away from the end. Actually,
I think that if we go international, Tony, it's going to sound a little racy.
We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah,
you know what? We
Mexican
might take a week for Thanksgiving. We'll take a week for Christmas.
Poland, man.
We may have to go international. Yeah.
well, you want to finish off the states though first, don't you?
Well, yeah. We'll finish off the states and then we'll go international.
Yeah.
But hey, I am Tony Cass, followed by
Kevin Neary.
and of course,
Sparkgate.
guys, like, share, tell all your friends about us. We've got some great people coming up. We are the Podguyz Podcast. Have a great night.